Alrighty, so we are back, and today I sort of just want to talk about something that is pretty fun, right? And it's nothing like too crazy or out of this world, but what I want to talk about is Kale and Caulifla, and specifically why I think that they are the sort of golden standard for how TUR EZAs in this game should be handled. Now, you guys are going to be watching gameplay of the Universe 6 team. I'm just kind of displaying an event where, Cauliflas are going to be getting guaranteed dodges, right? And that's sort of a focal point of what I want to talk about in this video, right? And sort of what is so good about this EZA and why I think it is so important. Not that we've never seen this before. I'll be the first to say that. Not that this is like breaking new grounds. But with Kale and Caulifla, I think that this is exactly what these TUR EZAs, especially for major Dokkan Festival exclusive characters, needs to be. Sort of just like beyond broken, yeah, as they do 0 damage there, but just give them a little bit, they'll build up. Beyond broken in terms of damage, in terms of defense, and what they are able to do for the squad. This is exactly what we are looking for, right? I think that sometimes the purpose of an EZA can get lost in just like, just the overwhelmingly crazy power creep that we've seen with LR EZAs, with, Dokkan Festival LR anniversary LR level quality EZAs like the Evolution Blue Vegetas and the AGL UI Gokus of the world. Where we kind of expect EZAs to be like that, and especially now with the introduction of Super EZAs, things can just sometimes get a bit tricky. And I think this is where this Kale and Caulifla kind of step in and give us a blueprint for what I think TUR EZAs should be. And what I think that they should be are characters that have usage and are, very versatile. They can be used on different teams, and they are going to elevate a team that is not good or intended to be used during a celebration and make it a lot better. Now, the whole focal point of this is the Universe 6 team, right? The team you're watching on the screen. Now, 2 days ago, this team was Kale and Caulifla, the new LR, the one you're looking at right now, and Hit, right? And there are characters like AGL Kale who are okay, STR Kefla, whose EZA is pretty damn good. It's a little bit old now, but you guys kind of get the idea. But now, all of a sudden, we have this introduction of the TUR Kale and Caulifla, where we are starting to get a character that is just like, literally like you could probably make the argument, right, that they are very high up on the TUR tier list, right? We're talking better than the Kaioken Blue Goku, but right around the realm of some of the best TURs in the game, right? Where they're better than a lot of LRs, right? I think that is like a safe place to say, or a safe thing to say, where it's not like that is like the most outlandish thing I've ever heard. No, I really think that like this Kale and Caulifla are as good as some of the new LRs in the game, right? And when you have stuff like that, it's really healthy for the game's balancing, because old characters that people have rainbowed, we should not be waiting 4 to 5 years for an EZA for them to not be good, right? Because when you get an EZA of a character, like just imagine like this Kale and Caulifla EZA today and they sucked. Well, that's terrible, because we literally might have to wait like 5 to 6 years before we can start talking about their Super EZA. And the Super EZA is like, it can't even be in the question right now for characters like that, right? And we've seen this so many times in the past. I didn't get Orbs there with Kefla, I couldn't. But we've seen this so many times in the past where a character comes out and we get a bad EZA and they're just no longer usable. But or they weren't usable in the first place, and then they get the buff and they're still not usable. And that's kind of just like a wasted character release, right? When the EZA comes out and they're just not good. And with this Kale and Caulifla, that is definitely not the case. But you might be asking, what makes them so good, right? Well, to me, right now, one of the priority things in this game, and especially if you are considering the Festival of Battles, especially, this character is going to be absolutely excellent. But you guys can see it right now. This isn't Festival of Battles, right? We're not 3 hours into a run. We're not like 45 turns into a run. We're on turn 3, and granted, it's the Universe 6 team, but they're hitting for what is this on the screen right now? 20-something million, right? Do another super. No, I think that last super was what, 26 million on turn 3? And we can check defense after this on the next appearance, but they're building up with every single time that they're coming up. So not only are they getting better and better with each hit or with each attack that they are doing, they are getting tankier, they have more defense going, and it's just overall a really, really, really good setup that we have going here. Now, unfortunately, I cannot stack with, or I cannot exchange yet. It's a little too early for that. But it goes to show you like what makes this unit so good is just how viable they are going to be basically everywhere, right? They were designed with their dodging in mind for it's like, okay, they have this utility in the short form content. And then if you want to go like, oh, okay, well, what about the long form content? What about the Festival of Battles? What about these red zones, right? It's now that it's like, oh yeah, they also have an answer for that too, right? They are hitting very, very hard and they're building up pretty quickly. So not only are you doing that, but you get to transform into Kefla and then get an exponential raise in what you were doing and get more supers, get crits in. There's just so much that this character is doing and they are just everywhere, right? And they're so good. And it's really just exactly what we need from EZAs because, again, bringing a character back from the dead is like, especially when it's a fun dokkan fest, is really important for the health of the game. I think when the meta is only just like the newest LRs are the best characters in the game is completely fine, right? But what keeps players around and gets them excited is, oh, this character is really good and I don't have to summon for them right now, right? Because I already had them. I pulled them 4 years ago. I have them rainbowed. And their EZA is amazing, right? Like a lot of people, I bet watching this video have Kale and Caulifla with a dupe, 2 dupes, rainbowed, right? So it's just really important to have that in the game because, again, the more players are excited for stuff, just the healthier the game is going to be. So we are on turn 5 with 2.9 million defense. I think that is pretty good considering the dodges that we had for the beginning of the fight. Overall, that is very, very good, right? So really, what it just comes down to is how is this important, right? Why is this so good? Because when characters are this good, it's going to make like your life a lot easier. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video are like maybe not playing the Festival of Battles out of frustration, right? You tried it, you just can't get it done, and that's completely fine. But it's going to become a lot easier if you have a character like this Kale and Caulifla, right? It's another stacking unit that gets crazy really fast, right? Turn 5 with 3 million defense is really good, right? Like it takes a long time to build some characters up to 3 million or 2.53 million defense, right? And we're at 29 million on turn 5. That is really, really good. And so just having a character of this quality is just going to sort of lay out what I want in the future for Dokkan Fest TUR EZAs, right? Does it have to be every sub EZA is this good? No. Most of the time when EZAs are this good, it's kind of like, was that an accident? Maybe. But this is why like EZAs being good is only like, it's only positives for the game, right? Do EZA TURs need to be the literal best characters in the game? No. But should they be the level of Kale and Caulifla where they are back into relevance where you're going to want to use them in other forms of content? I think absolutely, because it's just very good for the game when you have things like this. So overall, just wanted to sort of glaze this character a bit more as, you know, I think it's just a really exciting time when we have this. And there's a lot more EZAs that are more hype than this Kefla, right? If we just kind of look to the future of TUR EZAs, I would kind of have to pull it up a little bit and see like who's on the chopping block for an EZA. But like, so like just something to think about, right? Like who is somebody that's really exciting that's going to be coming up on an EZA soon, right? Somebody like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they're due for their EZA pretty soon. How do I want to do this? We're kind of in a spot here. I guess we'll just... I don't think we're going to be too much longer in this video, so we'll just do this. We'll get the guaranteed dodges and check this out. But like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is going to be getting an EZA probably this year, right? Angel Golden Frieza probably going to be getting an EZA this year. Very important characters that are going to be pretty important for the teams that they are on are going to be getting their buffs. And if they are going to kind of stay on the level of quality like these characters that you're looking at right now, like Kale and Caulifla and stuff like that, and this Kefla, that is going to be really good for the game. And I think that when these EZAs are good and they're not flops, it's just more fun. We've seen flopped EZAs before, and overall it just sucks when that happens, but it sort of is what it is. But yeah, just sort of wanted to give you guys my thoughts on this Kale and Caulifla. Overall, I think that they are, like I said, what I think a TUR EZA should be, especially ones that are pretty exciting and look sought after. Kale and Caulifla, I would say, are definitely like surprisingly good, right? Not even just like surprisingly good, like shockingly good. Like usually EZAs are not like this, but if they continue to do EZAs like this, it's just going to be better for the game, because not only are teams that need help going to be getting that help, we also have scenarios where the best teams in the game just get even better and have more options for the players, right? I think that is something very important. So let's fuse into Kefla here just to kind of close this out. So we are looking at, let's see, we have 1.5 million defense there. Let's tag back to you. Then we'll do this. Still kind of learning this character as I'm playing here. Got a lot to learn still. But yeah, let me know down below what you guys think. Do EZAs need to be like this? Am I just talking out of my ass? I don't think so. I think that it's a pretty fair take to say that if all EZAs are just as good as this, the game is just going to be in a really good spot. And I think overall that these ladies, excuse me, are the golden standard for what EZAs should be. So we'll go ahead and watch this Kefla and Khalifa, the Khalifa portion here, and then Kefla kind of do her thing. And like I said, let me know down below what you guys think of this Khalifa. I'm very impressed with what I've seen so far, and I look forward to using them in more content. Festival of Battles, if you guys are struggling with that, I would recommend that this character, or I would imagine that this character is going to be very good for you in there, considering they're a pure Saiyan, considering all the teams they're on. I just think overall this character is going to be very useful for you. So I hope you did enjoy this one. Let me know what you think down below. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you were new, and I'll see you all in the next one.